Yo, what is good, YouTube? Krishan checking back in with another video. In the first video of 2023, we will be comparing 4th place at the 2022 Mr. Olympia, Brandon Curry, to 2nd place, Derek Lunsford. And it's not that I disagree with the placings, but I thought it would be interesting to compare two of the most aesthetic physiques in the men's open division. And we aren't breaking down the front relaxed shot, but Derek Lunsford's shoulder to waist ratio is insane in this shot. But let's go ahead and start this comparison off with the front double bicep. And we're going to start with the arm department. So it looks like Brandon Curry definitely has an edge. A lot of people say Derek Lunsford is lacking in the arms. Looks like his arms are pretty good, just don't have much detail or separation. And once we look at the torso heap, I definitely like Derek Lunsford. Brandon Curry has these crazy lats in the front double bicep, but Derek just has this wow to his upper body. Now once we take a look at the lower body, seems like Curry actually has bigger legs, but Lunsford's legs are in better condition. But I can see an argument being made for both of these guys in the front double. Brandon Curry looks like he's winning almost every muscle group in this shot, but he doesn't have the same level of conditioning as Lunsford. Curry looks to be a little bit watery and also washed out. Derek Lunsford a little bit smaller, but crazy proportions, great conditioning. Who do you guys have winning this shot? And let's take a look at the front lat spread pose. Now, this is going to be a Brandon Curry shot. Derek would need more chest, arms, and legs to be competitive with Curry in this shot. But once again, we have to remember, Derek Lunsford just moved up to the open division. He said himself he actually wasn't trying to grow, his body was just blowing up. And with Derek having a full year off and he won't be restricting his eating or his training, I believe him and Honey Rambot are going to make significant improvements. But as far as his front lat spread goes, this is probably the shot that Derek needs to work on the most. Overall, just needs a little bit more size to fill it out a little bit more. Now let's take a look at the side chest pose. Brandon Curry looks crazy in this shot. You can tell why he's a former Mr. Olympia. The pop, the execution, everything just hits for Brandon Curry in this shot, in my personal opinion. But Derek Lunsford is definitely winning in the lower body. And as I mentioned earlier, Brandon was definitely a little bit watery at the Olympia. But once you place him next to Derek, I believe it's even more obvious. Derek is very, very dry. But similar to what I said in the front lat spread pose, in comparison to Brandon, Derek just needs more upper body thickness, more chest, more delts. Now let's take a look at the back double bicep, where Derek Lunsford should definitely be getting an edge. And the first thing that I noticed in this shot was the difference in glute size and also glute condition. Derek Lunsford probably has the closest back double bicep to Phil Heath that we've seen since Phil. And in the future, it's possible that Derek does have a better back double than Phil had just because he has wider shoulders. But as I said in the last shot, in comparison to Derek Lunsford, you can really tell that Curry is soft and also a little bit watery. And as I've said numerous times, Curry needs more glute and more hamstring. I believe he's 40 years old, and at this point, if he doesn't have them, he probably isn't going to be able to bring them up. But I still have to analyze what I see. And let's take a look at the rear lat spread pose. Derek Lunsford is smoking Brandon Curry in this shot. Now, Curry did almost everything right going into this year's Olympia except one thing. For the past few years, the only thing on his mind has been to beat Big Ramy. And during this prep, whatever Brandon did, he was able to accomplish that goal. Where did he make a mistake? He forgot that Heidi Chupin, Derek Lunsford, and Nick Walker were also going to be in the Mr. Olympia competition. He came in a little bit too big, and as I've said throughout the course of this video, soft and also a little bit watery. Derek Lunsford takes both back shots. And let's take a look at the side tricep. I honestly believe that Brandon Curry could be executing this pose better. It looks like Curry really wants to showcase the abs, but that takes away from the chest to back thickness, which would definitely give him an edge over Derek Lunsford. And also, when Curry executes the shot like this, we can't really see the arm, which doesn't make much sense because Curry has some pretty good arms. But I would give the lower half to Lunsford in this shot, has more separation. Also, the side leg looks harder. Brandon Curry takes the upper body, but not by a lot. I believe if the execution was better, he probably would. But let me know in the comment section below, who do you guys have winning in this shot. Now, taking a look at the ab and thigh pose, this is going to be a Derek Lunsford shot. Brandon Curry usually has one of the best ab and thighs on the Olympia stage, but this year he came in a little bit too big. And as you guys can see, he definitely blurred his separation in the abs and the quads. And once we take a look at Derek Lunsford, the separation on the quads are crazy. and also has some pretty good ab separation as well. And let's finish up this comparison here with the most muscular shot. And I noticed throughout the course of this comparison, Curry has on a pretty good amount of oil and Derek has on almost no oil at all. And of course your eyes are going to go to the guy that's a little bit more shiny first. But in this shot, I definitely like Curry. He's a little bit bigger, also has more detail in the upper body. Once again, I don't disagree with these placings at all. But based off this comparison, a lot of people are putting Brandon Curry in the same boat as Big Ramy. You know, Brandon is the old guard. Brandon should retire. But Brandon doesn't have any injuries that can't be fixed. His issues are from mostly size and conditioning. And based off this comparison, I don't think Curry was too far behind Derek Lunsford at this year's Olympia. But you guys let me know in the comment section below, what do you think? As always, I hope you guys did indeed enjoy this video. If you haven't done so already, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm Krishan from Go Fitness, and that's it. I'm out.